Is there an emotional cost to shutting off such a big part of yourself, like you being in the military, again, hyper masculine environment?
It definitely wears on you. I mean, I would say the cost of it manifested itself into why I came out on national TV at the Republican debate, is that it built up to the point of, I mean, when I was over there the second time and going through all these things where you're hiding pictures and you're lying and you're like talking low on the phone and you're not putting names, like, my computer, I couldn't put a picture of my family on there, nothing. So it just builds up to, that you just feel like this isn't fair. It's not right. And people just need to understand that. Oh, it is very exhausting. As I'm going through all this stuff, I opened up the paper and it said, hey, they're going to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell finally. And I was like, oh my God, can you believe this? Like, they're going to actually repeal this. How historic is it? I'm over here serving my country with the first African-American president. I was like, everything was so cool to me. I was so proud of Obama. I was so proud of serving my country as a gay man, and that they were going to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and everything felt so good. And it said, we can't come up with a date for the repeal because we don't want to affect the morale of the people who are actually over there serving. I cannot tell you how that makes me feel, because I'm over there serving. And you're worried about other people's morale who never have to hide pictures, who never have to make up lies. And that just infuriated me to the point where, on TV, they said that they were accepting questions for Republican debate. And so this is how me and Josh work, is we were on Skype, and I said, wouldn't it be amazing if somebody who was actually gay, actually serving, asked a question of, hey guys, I'm over here. Are you going to kick me out? And it wasn't meant to be political. It really wasn't. I'm probably conservative by nature when it comes to fiscal, but definitely a Democrat when it comes to social stuff. But I just thought, wouldn't it be amazing for people to actually see a living, breathing human being that's this hypothetical of, we know gays serve, that I want them to see my face and know that I'm here. And so we sent in the question, and I did not show my face at first. I just cut it off and hid my identity. And Google wrote me back and said, we want you to show your face. And instantly I get an email from Google. I'm like, who gets an email from Google? I'm like, what the heck? And then I opened it up and it said, Don't Ask, Don't Tell is going to be in effect. So we'd like you to show your face. And I instantly said, no, I'm not interested, because this has never been about me, and it never was intended to be about me. It was just about what I thought was right. And that's when, Josh is like the fuel of my fire. He's like, but if we don't ask that question, people could get kicked out if they come out. And he starts egging me on to feel like it's the right thing to do. So we did. We re-recorded the question. And on November 22nd in 2011, I went on national TV and said, in 2010, when I was deployed to Iraq, I had to lie about who I was because I'm a gay soldier and I didn't want to lose my job. Under one of your presidencies, do you intend to circumvent the progress that's been made for gay and lesbian soldiers in the military? And I hit send, and they showed it on national TV. And I got booed at a Republican debate.
Booed by the participants?
The audience. Participants did not stand up. At the time, it's so funny, the behind the scenes of this all that went down, it was like, I think it was 9 o'clock at night, Josh's time. It was 5 or 4:30 a.m. my time. And I'm sitting there watching this, and it went to a commercial. She said, next we have social issues. And I got on Skype and was like, Josh, do you think that that's us? Or are they going to actually show it? And my heart's beating 1 billion miles a minute because I wasn't out. None of the thousands of people that I was over there in a war with knew that I was gay. And I was about to see myself on national TV in front of the entire world announce that I was gay. And, Josh was home doing cartwheels when the question came on. And here I am just scared crapless. And I'm like, Jesus, what did I just do? And then when I got booed, I remember that was real. It made me sick to my stomach because I was like, did I just get booed? I didn't know what I did wrong, by asking a question. And then I think the thing that America hated the boos, and America spoke up against the boos. I mean, they did an episode on HBO Newsroom. There's all kinds of stuff that happened. Jon Stewart on Daily Show. There's just so many people that came to my defense on this. However, the boos weren't what killed me. What killed me was that Rick Santorum stood up and said,
Florida.
Yeah, in Florida, said sex has no place in the military. And the fact that they're making it an issue, leave it to yourself whether you're heterosexual or homosexual. That's when I thought, man, you have no clue. You've never had to hide who you were or hide a picture in your wallet. or do any of the things that I've had to do. So you have no clue what you're talking about. And the fact that almost that entire audience stood up and gave that guy a standing ovation for that answer made me realize how misdirected we were.
That is vintage Rick Santorum.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I didn't have the knowledge in advance who they were going to ask the question to. I directed it for any of the responders. But anyway, so out of that came a lot of good. So, I mean, there were, the military had to talk to me about what I did. And that was interesting because they had a PIO, their public information person, had to sit down and meet with me. And I was scared to death. I'm like, what is the military going to say about what I just did on national TV? You're not supposed to do anything political. And that wasn't the intent. The intent was to make sure people knew that there are gay people serving, and then are you going to kick us out? And so when I met with this guy, the story I told you earlier about the guy that said, I grew up macho, and I said, now you understand your son better. That's this guy that they had me meet with. So for a whole day, we met and talked. And by the end of the day, he sat down and he said, you have two reasons. Because he asked me why I did it. So I told him some of the stories that I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, he said, you have two things you can do. You can let it fizzle out and it'll go away. It's the talk of the town now. Media will fizzle away, it'll go away. Or he said, or your other choice is you can tell your story. And he said, I personally can tell you, I think you should tell your story. I think it's a wonderfully powerful and important story. It tells why we need diversity in the Army. It says why it's so important. And it was just incredible. And that's the guy that told me, if you ever write a book, and that's exactly why I decided to write a book, because this guy.